If AJ doesn't knock him out in the first round, in the second round, then he didn't really win the fight, even if he ultimately does win the fight on the scorecards. Do you feel that sort of pressure to not just win, Anthony, but also knock Jake Paul out?
Yeah, I understand. I really understand where they're coming from. I understand. I get it. I know the expectations and demands these fans have, and I respect it. If I didn't respect it, I'll be honest with you and say, nah, they're talking rubbish. But I do get it, because I hold myself in that same regard. So I need to do it. And that's my intention, to seek and destroy.
My voice cracked. I'm still going through puberty. The biggest fight of 2025. USA versus UK. He's got the belts, the size, the history, but I have the balls. Be careful what you wish for.
He would be incapable of going in there and holding back. I mean, I think the only thing that's a bit harsh is if Anthony Joshua doesn't knock him out in the first round.
Anthony Joshua sends a powerful warning to Jake Paul ahead of their fight. He says he won't just win, he plans to destroy Jake in the very first round. Joshua makes it clear that he will not hold back at any moment. His strategy is to start fast, apply heavy pressure, and finish the fight immediately. He wants to prove the huge gap in power, skill, and experience the moment the bell rings.
Is there any clause that says you need to go easy on Jake Paul?
Honestly, I haven't seen that part, but no, there's no clause. I heard that he fought Mike Tyson in 14-ounce gloves. I heard that he was going to fight Javante in 12-ounce gloves, and then he chose to fight me in 10-ounce gloves. So there's no part. He wants to go easy. I think he wants to hurt me.
Michael Bisping has shared his thoughts on the upcoming Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul fight, pointing out the massive physical difference between them. He explains that Jake simply cannot handle the power behind Joshua's punches. Bisping brings up Joshua's brutal fights with heavy hitters like Francis Ngannou to show just how dangerous his shots are. He suggests that this mismatch in strength and experience could make the fight heavily one-sided.
Joshua and gets flatlined. Every single punch that was thrown was landed, and every punch that landed put Francis Ngannou down, okay? So to stand there and think that Jake Paul, who's much, much smaller, who has way less experience, that doesn't weigh anything near him, is going to have a chance, and not to mention the technical abilities. Let's just talk about that. Not to mention the technical abilities or experience. We're talking about an Olympic gold medalist, remember, from back in the day, who's then gone on to become a true British boxing icon, or a worldwide boxing icon, let's be honest, right? There's no way that he loses to Jake Paul.
Eric Cazorla approaches the topic from a completely different angle. For him, the fight is not about competition, skill, or legacy. He believes the entire event is being driven by business. Cazorla says fans shouldn't look at this as a career-defining battle, but as entertainment created for money and attention. In his view, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua is less about pure boxing and more about a strategic, commercial move that benefits everyone involved.
AJ against Jake Paul, what sort of gulf do you expect to see?
Listen, we are in the game of entertainment. Either entertainment in the ring or on the football pitch, it don't matter. It's called entertainment. People are going to buy tickets to go watch Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua fight. You know, we're all entertainers, either way. So I'm happy. I'm so happy for AJ because he's doing this for himself. And you have to understand, you have to give so much respect to Jake Paul. You know, whatever he says, he makes it happen. You know, before he was like he wants to fight Anthony Joshua and people were laughing at him. And then suddenly it's happened and people are like, wow, what's going on here? You know, so kudos to that kid, man. He's very good at promoting everything he does.
Derek, do you reckon there's a bit of jealousy from other boxers and even like pundits flying around as well? Because even since it's been announced last night and today...
I know the biggest jealousy pundit you guys have in that is Simon Jordan. I'm telling you right now, Simon Jordan right now, he must be suffering inside.
Hearn steps into the conversation with a calm and realistic perspective. While many fans expect a dramatic first-round knockout from Joshua, Hearn reminds them that boxing doesn't always follow the hype. He says the crowd wants an instant finish because Joshua is the more experienced heavyweight, but the fight could change if Jake Paul starts moving or defending early. According to Hearn, if Jake survives the early exchanges, the match could go into the second or third round, and that should not be seen as a failure. His main point is that Joshua should stay disciplined and not feel pressured to end the fight in just one round.
But yeah, but it's obviously scripted, isn't it? I'm like, no. One, that's illegal. I mean, this is a professional contest. Two, we would never sign up to anything that's going to make AJ look bad or devalue him, lose rounds, go loads of rounds.
Do you think there's any world in which AJ pulls back, though?
No, absolutely. He couldn't do that as a fighter. He would be incapable of going in there and holding back. I mean, I think the only thing that's a bit harsh is if Anthony Joshua doesn't knock him out in the first round, he should be ashamed of himself. Like, Brian, give us 2, or 3. Because if Jake does move, he can look after himself. It's not like he's just going to get one shot round the arm.
KSI, known for his rivalry with Jake Paul, adds more intensity to the discussion. He revealed that he personally messaged Joshua with a bold request, telling him not to let the fight go anywhere close to 8 rounds. KSI believes that if the match lasts that long, it would mean Joshua didn't meet the standard expected from a world-class heavyweight fighting someone with Jake's experience level. In his opinion, the pressure on Joshua is massive, not just because of the size and skill difference, but because fans everywhere are comparing the two in every way.
What's happening with that?
I couldn't give 2 Fs about Jake. Do not care. I can't wait to see Jake Paul get absolutely starched by AJ. I messaged AJ and I said, brother, if this guy is able to get out that ring within 8 rounds, you haven't done your job good.
Did he reply?
You haven't done your job well. Yes. Yeah, I talked to AJ, bro. He said he's going to do a madness, yeah.
Would you get in the ring with Anthony Joshua?
No. Yeah, he's stupid. He's an idiot. He loves the fame and he loves the money. So ultimately, if you're just that money hungry and that fame hungry, you're going to just do whatever. You don't care what it is. So getting in the ring with AJ, he's there like in his head probably thinks, yeah, you know what? I've got this. Also, I'm going to get a load of money and I'm going to get a load of fame from this. But is it really?
Barry McGuigan, a respected former world champion, brings a more serious tone. His words carry the weight of someone who understands the true danger of heavyweight boxing. When he imagines Jake Paul standing across from Anthony Joshua, he expresses concern rather than excitement. McGuigan has seen how real knockout power works, and he believes the risk in this matchup is far greater than most people realize. In his experience, one punch from a heavyweight can end everything in an instant.
You know, for those last 2 fights, that it is more difficult than he thought to boil himself down to 147. So it may be better for him to concentrate at 150, 154. But then you got Ortiz, you got Boots Ennis, and you got Brian Norman Jr. all in the 154-pound category. So it's a tough division. So it wouldn't at all surprise me if he's unable to win a world title because the opposition is good. But maybe if he boiled down to 147 again, he would have a better chance.
Last thing I want to ask you about, Barry, is the big news regarding Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul. One of the biggest quotes, 2 of the quotes that stuck out to me was that David Hayes said that fight could be Jake Paul's last day on earth. And I think Gareth A. Davis has described it as a freak show. Some people are saying, you know, AJ's grabbing the bag. There's nothing wrong with that because anybody else, if they got offered that kind of money, they would do it. So, and some people are suggesting he might damage his legacy. Where do you sit with the decision of him taking that fight? And it's a professional 8-round fight as well.
Yes, it's a highly dangerous fight for Jake Paul. I don't know what he's doing unless they have done some sort of caveat or some sort of agreement that he says he's going to go easy on him or he's not going to.
Another perspective suggests that this fight could change the way the public sees Anthony Joshua and elevate his image in a new way. That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates. Until next time.